is Vashti Hurt with Black Sports Online here with Dan Wetzel to do an interview and ask a few questions on his new screenplay and that's been made into a movie, Life of a King. So, Mr. Wetzel, how does a well-known featured sports columnist on Yahoo Sports become a screenplay writer? Is this something you've always wanted to do?
Well, I'll tell you, I guess a little bit, but it was about 10 years ago that I heard about the story of Eugene Brown, and I was doing some screenwriting, it's totally as a side kind of project, just something to try. I had some connections in Hollywood, so it was more just to see if you're any good at it. It's fun to do. If you're into journalism, you're kind of you totally are constrained by facts and on the record and interviews and stuff. And when you can screenwrite, obviously you can make up all sorts of stuff. You can invent people. You can have them die off. You can do the dialogue. So it's kind of liberating. But I was doing some of it about 10 years ago, and I heard the story of Eugene Brown, and I used to, pretty much any story I hear, I try to find the best way to tell it. Sometimes it's written, sometimes it's audio, sometimes it's visual. It could be books, or in this case, it just felt like a movie. So we gave it a crack at doing that, and it was a long process getting done, but I'm really glad it did get done for Eugene.
Okay, great. And that's a great segue to my next question. Tell me about Life of a King and what inspired you to write a movie about this wonderful story.
I think as I recall it, and I'm pretty sure I got this right, it was a while ago, but I heard about him from an AAU basketball coach in Washington, D.C. Because, we were talking about how, high-level basketball, they do a lot for kids in those neighborhoods that were pretty impoverished in D.C., but, most of the attention goes to kids that are 6'8". What about the kid that's 5'8"? And what programs do they have to, mentor and things? And you mentioned this chess house, and the story of Eugene Brown, basically is he grew up, grew up poor, grew up in trouble in Washington, D.C. I think he was about 19, he robbed a bank and was convicted and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He spent 18 years in there, and while he was in, he grew up, matured, and he learned the game of chess to pass time. And he came to the conclusion that a lot of the lessons in the game of chess are the kind of things he didn't know about that would have kept him on a straighter path and made him just a smarter person as a kid. Things like think before you move and analyze the board and see what your opponent is doing, and you sacrifice a pawn to save a rook. Everything is about protecting the king. Just all the different little values and sort of phrases that, you can see how it would apply. So he got out and decided he would dedicate himself to try to teach chess to the kids in his old neighborhood. And he started a thing called the Big Chair Chess Club in Washington, D.C. He had a chess house eventually with a big huge chessboard on the side of it, and kids would come in and play. And the success that he had was both getting casual players to play, getting kids off the street, to all the way to training really highly competitive chess players. And then just the values that he was talking about, plus the things like learning concentration and, cognitive reasoning and things like that go into playing chess. So it's a great story, and I looked him up, and it had been written up in the local papers and things like that, and I wanted to meet Eugene, and when you meet him, he's just a great man. I mean, he's a great guy. It's a great story. It's a caring story. It's a redemptive story. It's an American story. And so that really was the impetus to say, boy, I just really would love to have this guy get the recognition and attention that he deserves. And so that's kind of where it went, and that's basically the plot of the movie.
Okay, thank you. And what do you want moviegoers to take away from this movie?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess the lessons he's teaching, can ring true to anybody at any age. And anybody at any moment. So that's good. There's things like that. I think there's a lesson that, just because she will make mistakes, and even if ones that are punished significantly like his at a younger age, doesn't necessarily define the character of that person at an older age. I think, give people a second chance, and it's amazing what they can do. And mainly just, here's a story of a guy. It is, again, he's just an inspirational guy. He's just a good guy. It's, but this is a film that, this isn't like a new subject matter. It's somewhat of a formula that we've heard in different ways through the years, but it's always a good story, and it's always inspiring to see, whether it's, they're teaching calculus to kids in Los Angeles, or it's Coach Carter in basketball, or whatever it is. It's I think, people really like these kind of stories, and I hope they like this.
Right. And I'm sure they will. I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and those that follow your work know that you've been a staunch opponent of the BCS. There are some people who are leery of the new college football playoff format. Now that there's officially been a death to the BCS, how do you think this will impact the sport?
I think the sport will be more popular. I think it's an easier product then for the public to consume, and I think the public will really enjoy a doubleheader and a playoff the way we love the NFL playoffs right now. I mean, can you imagine if this weekend's games were not occurring, or last weekend's games, or the week before, and we just had said Denver and Seattle will play in the Super Bowl in a month? Let's just cancel the NFL playoffs. So you look at 40, 50 million people watching every one of these games. I think you'll see similar spikes in popularity with college football. So I think that'll be a big thing. I think the players have always said they want to have the opportunity to compete, and the way it works, coaches and things like that. So I think it'll be competitively and popularity-wise at least a benefit to everything. There's always another side, but I think it'll be a big boon for the business of the sport at least.
And you bring up the NFL and the NFL playoffs. It is Conference Championship Week. Who are your picks and why?
Well, I think the thing about this weekend is it's such a great weekend for football fans, because I think we saw these four teams kind of heading to showdowns all season. So this is about as good as it gets. I'm going to take Denver in the Patriots-Denver game. I think the weather is supposed to be good in Denver this weekend. I think that's a big help. And I think unless the Patriots can get control of the ball and get a lot of pressure on Peyton Manning, I think that Denver just has too many weapons. So I think it'll be very interesting if Chandler Jones and those guys get a lot of pressure on Manning. But I think it'll be a very good game. It's a historic game. 15th time that Brady and Manning have played against each other, and Bill Belichick's in there and all of that. So I'm going to go with Denver on that. I'm going to take San Francisco in the NFC. I think they're playing the best football right now. I think they're more than capable of going into Seattle to win. And I think Colin Kaepernick's just been so tough. I think the Niners are playing the best game, best football, and they've got the best defense going.
Okay, thank you. And what can we expect from Dan Wetzel in the future? Do you plan on writing more screenplays? And I know that you're a sports writer and that's what you continue to do, but do you plan on writing more screenplays and being more involved in Hollywood?
Well, I'm not quitting my day job, I can tell you that. I'm a sports writer, and that's what I want to do, and I really enjoy it. I have a radio show once a week with Top 40 and Yahoo Sports Radio. Those are the things I really like doing. I do have some work in Hollywood, but it's sporadic. It's basically if you find the right story to tell. But I don't. It takes a lot of work to be a good screenwriter, and I'm not going to probably put in that kind of work. So I'm just trying to. It's something fun to try, but that's really all it is. I'm definitely you got to stay in your lane, and my lane is just being a sports writer and doing that. So, and I'm more than happy doing that.
I understand. This is a great job, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Wetzel, and I want to remind all of our readers at BSO to go out and support Life of a King. It will be in theaters tomorrow. correct?
In theaters tomorrow, and then online, on demand, and on iTunes.
Great.
Online, iTunes, and on demand.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Wetzel. Good luck with everything, and I'll be going to check out the movie tomorrow.
Right. Thanks for having me on. Take care.
You too.